so this is a different kind of video than I normally do, but I wanted to show you guys my, this is embarrassing, Colourpop eyeshadow palette collection. Now, disclaimer, I know that nobody needs this much makeup. But for a while, I was buying every palette that Colourpop released. And then if you, there's a hair on here. If you follow Colourpop at all, they started releasing a palette like once a week. And I was like, okay, pump the brakes, can't afford this. And so I haven't actually bought a Colourpop eyeshadow palette in quite a while, but I did establish a nice little collection that fits perfectly in my little Dollar Tree basket. So I'm just gonna quickly show you all of them. And again, don't die, makeup's like my thing, okay? I obviously like colorful eyeshadow, so just let me live with my eyeshadow palettes, okay? The only big one that I have is this So Jaded one by Kathleen Lights. Here's the inside. So there's a lot of different colors and finishes from matte to shimmer. And then I don't really use these because they're not safe for the eyes, but they have these pressed glitters that you can, I mostly just put them in my hair and stuff if I ever am feeling sparkly. So there's the first one. The next biggest one that I have is the Fortune palette. They made two to go together. It's Fame and Fortune. And the Fame one was a little more cool toned, and this is the warm tone one. And I'm a cool toned girl, so I wish that I would have bought their cool toned palette instead of this one because I don't ever use this. But this is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I have both of them, and I don't use either of them, so. Okay, and then they have their 16 pan palettes. This one you had me at hello. I don't use this very often. I don't know why, it's not a bad looking palette, I just don't. The Zodiac, this is another collaboration with Kathleen Lights. Try to not blind you with the mirror. There are some pretty colors in this one. I do use this one every so often. This one I've been using a lot. It's the Sweet Talk palette, and it has a lot of peaches and warm tones in it. And this is one I wear to work a lot because it's not crazy like what I'm wearing today. One time I did put this, I think it was this one, glitter all over my eyes. It was the first time I tried one of their glitters, and I looked at myself by the end of the day and I had glitter creases and then glitter all over my face, and I was like, oh my gosh, my students, why didn't someone tell me I looked so terrible all day? This is another one of my favorites, the Flutterby. I love purple eyeshadow. And again, this one is a little more cool toned, so really pretty. I use this one a lot. This one, the packaging is nice. It's called the She palette. I never use this one. For some reason, like, I love the quality of Colourpop eyeshadow. It's like really consistent, but this one, I feel like the quality just isn't the same as the rest of them. I don't know. But it does have some pretty colors. This is Cute AF. It's their, I think it's actually called their Yes Please palette. I think it's the first one that they released. And it's tons of warm tones. So this is fun for like summer. I think it's more of a summery colored palette, but it's got a lot of love, as you can see. And this is on my other list of favorites for Colourpop. It's the Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. And it's fun because it has your neutrals, and then it has this pop of like red and some pops of color that you can use too. I use this one a lot. This was the very first Colourpop palette I bought. It's the My Little Pony. It's probably expired. I should probably throw it away, but I just can't. I'm attached to it. And I do love the colors, and I do still use it occasionally, so this one's a lot of fun. This one, the Good Sport palette, this was a lot of people's favorite, but I couldn't really get into it. Same thing, I thought the quality on some of these was a little bit different than the rest of the Colourpop palettes. But it does have some cool colors. I love this green, and I love these purpley colors. And then this one, this used to be my all-time favorite. They give it to me straight. I would wear this every single day, and I would either go with like the warm orangey tones or these kind of, what's the word? Maroon? Mauve? Reddish? Pink? Purplish? With those tones. Okay, that's it for the 16 pan palettes, and now these are my all-time favorite, the 9 pan palettes, and they all have a certain color theme. So I'll start with my very, 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 very favorite. It's the Going Coconuts, and this one looks boring because it's like a cool toned brown. But this is the one I use almost every day for just a neutral, regular looking look. My next favorite one is the purple one, of course. It's my Pleasure palette. And it just has a lot of fun purples and cool tones. I really like this one in the middle and this one here. I also really like the pink one, Ooh La La. They released this on, it's like the Mean Girls Day. I forget what day it is, but when the boy asked her what the date is and she says it's October or something. Anyway, they released it then, and because it's like on Wednesdays we wear pink. If you haven't seen Mean Girls, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But pink is my favorite color, but I have found that it doesn't look great on my eyes, but I still just like to look at this one because it's pretty. And then I'm wearing a mix of the pink and then this Blue Moon one on my eyes today. Blue eyeshadow is very 80s, I think, but I'm trying to bring it back, okay? Look at these colors. This one, I wish I didn't buy. Main Squeeze. Had like a watermelon theme, and this is what it looks like. Bunch of red colors. Just these colors don't flatter me, I don't think, but anyway. This one I also wish I never bought. Baby Got Peach. And it has a lot of pretty peach colors. It just doesn't have anything deep enough, I think, for me to make a full eye look with. And then I do love this one, the Brown Sugar palette, except once I got the Going Coconuts one, I kind of stopped using this one, but it just has some good neutrals. And then there is a green one, which is fun for St. Patrick's Day and March. Just My Luck. And obviously has a whole bunch of greens. And I love this one too, but then greens don't look good on me either. I just like to look at it and then use it occasionally. And then every time I use it, I look in the mirror and I'm like, probably shouldn't use that one again. And then the last two, these were, I don't have them in the colored packaging that they released, but the Soul and Mar palette. And this one has neutrals and some really bright oranges and reds. And then the Mar one has some neutrals and then some pretty blues and greens. So that's it. That's my Colourpop collection. Don't add up how much it would all cost because I'm not going to either. And I hope my husband doesn't watch this and add it up either. But these are typically $12 each, and then these are $16 each. And keep in mind, this is a collection over like years, okay? And yes, I do have some buyer's regret on some of these, and I stopped purchasing them, but I love Colourpop. If you want to check out their stuff, go to colourpop.com. They have a lot of other things besides just eyeshadow, but that's the main thing that I like. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.